Beyond Fit's Butt, Legs, and Thighs Guide. We are talking 3 steps to target tough to tone areas. If you are a woman, most likely at some point in your life, you've struggled with the cottage cheese thighs, right? What cellulite is. It's fat, but it is not fat that is just restricted to being overweight. Really, what cellulite is fat that's pressing against the fibers that connect your muscle to your skin. So when this kind of presses, it creates that bumpy sort of cottage cheese look, right, on the surface of the skin. And that's what the issue is. Now, what aren't we doing? First, we are not using a cellulite quote unquote treatment. We are not charging people thousands of dollars to get some kind of like laser or special magic cream. I am not going to promote anything that is not scientifically proven. So there are things that you can do from home that don't cost thousands of dollars that are going to help you improve this area. The first step in cellulite reduction and really in just targeting the butt, the legs, and the thighs for women is nutrition. It's fat, and you can't just be like, okay, body, well, you're holding on to extra fat here, so I want you to burn it from here. That's not the way that it works. There's no such thing as spot reduction. But we can reduce our overall percentage of body fat, and that naturally will decrease cellulite. Our first step with nutrition is to really focus on a clean diet that is consisting mostly of lean protein sources, of vegetables, of low sugar fruits, and then this is the key, of a small amount of complex carbohydrates, only enough that's necessary to burn fat. Now, we do need carbohydrates in order to maintain muscle mass. So that is our second nutrition goal here. The third goal with our nutrition is to work on increasing our insulin sensitivity. The consumption of simple sugars in your body causes a spike in your insulin levels. When I talk about simple sugars, I'm talking about any carbohydrate that's broken down into your body. So it can be in the form of bread, okay? Or it can even be in the form of carbohydrates that you don't normally think of, like potatoes or rice, okay? You don't think of those as sugar, but when your body breaks down that carbohydrate, it causes a spike in insulin in your bloodstream. And this encourages the conversion of sugar to fat, which ultimately, ladies, leads to fat storage. For now, I just want you to know that we are working with a low carb diet for this targeted toning of the lower body. And then we're going to incorporate, a few of our favorite fat loss power foods that will help as well. But those are the keys. We want to reduce our overall body fat percentage. We want to maintain muscle mass. So we are going to have some carbohydrates in order to give us that fuel to help us maintain that muscle. You have to have carbohydrates. Otherwise, you're going to be grouchy. You're going to be tired. You're going to have cravings just like crazy. So we want to do a right amount of carbohydrates, but it is going to be fairly low when we're working on targeting the lower body. A couple of other keys for your nutrition. I want you to really work on keeping your metabolism up, right? So lots of lean protein, to do lots of fibrous veggies and low sugar fruits as well. Eating when you're hungry. So every 2 to 3 hours if you need a snack. In regard to your post-workout nutrition, this is something that you need to know as well. We want to make sure that we replenish the depleted glycogen stores. And this is when we use our carbohydrate. So you'll notice in your specific meal ideas, right, that we have a couple of rules as to our carbohydrate consumption as well as timing. Your BLT nutrition rules are simple. First, eat all of your meals within a 12-hour window. Second, When you consume your starchy carbohydrates, so that's the simple sugars and the other complex carbohydrates that are broken down into simple sugars, I want those to be consumed at breakfast and after your workout. Consume no more than 25 to 50 grams of starchy carbohydrates at your 2 carbohydrate meals, okay? You're going to limit your total carbohydrate intake to somewhere between 50 to 100 grams. The carbohydrate intake is going to be different for everyone. So, how do you listen to your body here? You pay attention to hunger, you pay attention to your energy levels, and you pay attention to your cravings. You can adjust your carbohydrate intake accordingly, but ideally, I want you to fall within these 2 rules. This serves to increase your insulin sensitivity and really address some key female hormonal patterns that cause lower body fat storage. So that's very, very important and is something that I really, really want you to pay attention to.